Hello and welcome. My name is Eric and I'm back at home.
Are you shooting at me?
Ow! So I thought it would be interesting talking about politics, and since this is an election year, because Elena will be 17. You'll be 17 on Wednesday.
Yep.
And so she'll be 17 for the election this year and won't be able to vote. And I was 17 in 2008 and wasn't able to vote in the election. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about politics with someone who won't be able to vote but will be affected by what happens with the vote, and with, I guess, talk about other things. So I'm going to say 2 words. You're going to give me an honest reaction. Donald Trump.
No.
How do you feel about Donald Trump?
I don't like Donald Trump.
Why is that?
Because I think he's a racist jerk.
Do you talk about politics with people at school?
Yes, not like super deep conversations, because none of us are really going to be able to vote. Like, I may have some friends who are able to vote, but not a lot. So it's just kind of like a, how's the weather? Oh, how are those politics?
Is it something you talk about in classes at all?
Not really. I think we may have had a few conversations in English just because people will bring up Donald Trump and be like, I'm voting for Donald Trump. But other than that, there hasn't been any real conversations.
Not like teaching stuff?
No. I mean, there have been a few teachers who expressed their opinions about certain candidates.
Do you know how many Republican candidates there were?
A lot.
Do you know who any of them were other than Donald Trump?
There was Kasich, Carson, Cruz. That's about all I can think of.
If I told you there were 13 more to go, would you be surprised?
That's a little surprising.
How about the Democrats? Do you know who any of the candidates were other than Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders?
There was one name that started with maybe an M.
Okay. How about other political stuff? How much do you know and how much have you learned about politics in school?
In school, we've learned a little bit about national politics, just like a little bit of like how the Electoral College works, but nothing too in-depth. And we haven't really learned anything about politics on the local or state level.
How do you think the presidential race will affect you?
Well, I think it's going to affect me in the later years, because if Donald Trump becomes president, he's going to mess up the entire economy for me. Like, going to college, that's going to become a lot harder. Getting a job, that's going to become a lot harder. Getting like a house or being able to eat.
Why do you think that?
Because of what I know of his plans, it's not going to help people who are in the middle class, and we are in the middle class. And I've heard that, I don't know too much about anyone's policy, but his policy is like the one that scares me the most.
Do you know any specifics about any of the people's plans who are left?
I know the most about Sanders. I don't really know too much about Clinton other than people don't like her, and she's a Democrat.
So would you say you just kind of have like a popular level feeling of who the people are?
I guess you could say that.
Would you be interested in voting, or will you be voting in the future? Do you wish you were voting right now?
I wish I were voting right now.
What do you think about voting in general? Do you think people should vote?
I think people should vote, and I don't think enough people do vote. People don't exercise their right to vote because they think their vote won't matter, but it will. I think this year there are going to be less people to vote because it seems like no one likes any of the candidates.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Don't vote for Donald Trump.
Oh, I meant like you have a YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I know. I was going to
Oh.
do one more of those. Don't vote for Donald Trump. And also, I have a YouTube channel. Click my face. Good luck with that annotation.
Yeah, it should somewhere in this general area right here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out my videos. I sometimes make them. Also, you could follow me on Twitter if you want just gibberish tweets. I have 140 characters. I make the best out of it.
So anyways, I think that's about all for this video. Okay. Goodbye.
Okay. I'll be fine.
It's not supposed to be a funny video.
I just smashed through the door.
I don't know if I have any more questions.